Winter.
Oh, you may have watched the season finale of the show Farmer Wants a Wife on Fox tonight. Did you know some of the same themes from that reality dating show were at play in a small town in western Minnesota nearly 30 years ago?
Yeah, tonight's Maury Stories, Maury Glover takes a look back at Bachelor Mania in Herman in the mid-90s.
We're here, we're farming. The land can't be put in a suitcase and moved. You're here.
In the tiny town of Herman, Minnesota, there are farm fields as far as the eye can see. It's planting season for crops like corn, wheat, and soybeans. But Herman's real claim to fame is sowing the seeds of love.
It was great. You know, we had a traffic jam at Main Four Corners here, first time ever in Herman. I'm actually proud of it. I mean, there was a need.
Gary and Rhonda Finley have been married for 26 years and raised 5 children together.
No, this brings back fond memories. It's a long time ago.
But their more than a quarter of a century-long love affair got off to an unusual start.
I mean, there was 80 bachelors and needed, you know, a partner and somebody to build something with. And no, I think it was a good deal, and it turned out really well for me.
My name is Dan Ellison.
Danny Peterson.
Ken Hansen.
Gary Finley.
I'm 37 years old.
I'm 5'9",
Brown hair, blue eyes.
Fairly athletic.
Back in the mid-90s, Gary was one of Herman's 78 bachelors when the town's economic development coordinator told local leaders Herman needed more women because men outnumbered them 8-1. His remarks made national, even international news, and thousands of single ladies flocked to Herman, hoping for a chance at romance.
The good book says it's not good that man should live alone, so they created a woman. Where's mine?
At the height of Bachelor Mania, there were auctions at the Grant County Fair, where local men, including Gary, put themselves on the block, hoping to meet someone special.
25, 50? 20, it was low. It was not good. It was not good. But the next one went for a lot more.
Some of the Herman bachelors even went on national TV shows like Lisa Gibbons and Oprah Winfrey. In fact, after Gary was featured in a story about Bachelor Mania on 2020, his phone started ringing off the hook.
I'm sure it was at least 500 letters, and FedEx, UPS, Federal Express, Speedy, Mailman. They were in my yard every day for 2 weeks with fruit baskets, bottles of champagne, flowers. Well, and then, of course, all the letters, and it was really amazing.
One of those letters was from Rhonda, who grew up on a dairy farm in Underwood, 53 miles away.
Gary, hi, my name is Rhonda Johansson. I live in Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
And she captured Gary's attention and ultimately his heart.
You know, I was 30 years old. What did I have to lose, you know? He was close, he was a farmer, I didn't have to move across the state, and I could talk cattle to him.
Gary wasn't the only Herman bachelor who found lasting love during that time.
Oh, there's Bonnie. Well, here's that one. Oh, here's this.
His brother Dan met his wife Bonnie after answering a singles ad Bonnie put in the local paper after watching the same story on 2020.
I was kind of excited to do it. It was kind of like an adventure, and I thought, well, I can tell my grandkids about it.
Within a year, they were married, and Bonnie had moved to Herman from a small town in New York.
We ended up with a beautiful daughter, and we live out in this nice house in the country.
I'm eating a lot better, I know that.
All of the attention Herman received at the time seems to have secured it a permanent place in the country's collective consciousness. A movie titled Herman, USA was even inspired by the town's experiences.
We got 78 bachelors and 6 eligible women.
In all, at least 7 of the town's 78 bachelors found wives, but Herman never became the boom town some predicted. About 60 newcomers moved to the area, but the population still slipped from just under 500 in the mid-90s to under 400 nearly 30 years later.
Here's a good picture of my wife.
While some of the farmers' romantic relationships didn't last, The Finleys say Bachelor Mania helped them cultivate a lifetime of love.
It was a positive thing. There was children and marriages, and it succeeded in what it was trying to accomplish to some regard.
For Maury Stories, Maury Glover, Fox 9.